We went to work and we are still working on the final product of the digital version of Bold 2.0. And we're incorporating Gary's 4 pivot points. So that's what we're working on. Now, would you like for me to tell you what it's going to be like?
Yes, please.
I would love that. I would love that.
So first, if anybody's taking notes and you want to write this down, I know this call is being recorded. The first thing you understand, and Holly really pointed this out to me, if you look at the One Thing book, the MRA book, Shift book, Millionaire Real Estate Investor, they all start with mindset. If we don't have our mindset correct, we'll never do what we intend to do. So through Bold Pivot, through Bold 2.0, it's heavy emphasis. We're going to master the art of powerful service first, selling second conversations. We're going to reframe our limiting beliefs around what we can control and what we cannot control in these interesting times in which we're all in. So mindset's going to be every single week, every single session. We're going to talk about mindset. Where are you right now? Because remember, what's happening in New Jersey, New York, California, Miami, Florida, it's totally different, right?
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk about command. Now, Julie, I know you're really into command and you really understand the technology, and I know you've done some training with that. And, and I just know how important it is that we all get into that command database. So what we're going to do, we're going to have heavy emphasis on training through the Bold Pivot, as well as the fundamentals to gain leverage through the systems. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to add to your database anywhere from 100, 200, 300 more quality relationships. The next thing we're going to do, the scripts that we're using are going to be completely changed because they're going to be the best scripts that agents can use right now during this shifted market of us staying home. Social media becomes more important than ever. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to share the top proven text messages as well as social media campaigns. Now, you've heard everybody talking about cut your expenses by 20% or 30%, right? So what we're going to do is give you specific steps on how to cut your expenses $300 to $600 a month. And by the way, what we're going to do is we're going to gamify this, and we're going to have a competition so that people can come on the calls and they can actually tell others how they've been able to do it. Now, the fourth bullet point that Gary Keller pointed out in his email to all of us at Keller Williams was said, double down on leads. So how do we do that? While coming from contribution, get digital with your clients through client events, through client open houses, through buyer and seller consultations and presentations. Because here's what we know, as Gary said, it's absolute certain that it will take more leads to accomplish your sales goal today than it did yesterday. It starts with time blocking, and we will show you exactly how to time block and how you set your own goals for how much business do you want to make and how many hours are you going to actually spend doing that.
Now I understand it. Huh? Well, I understand the schedule is 2 days a week they'll be engaged, and then 2 more days they'll have coaching opportunities.
Yeah, so when we planned it out, we said, what would it look like? So we found out that 1 to 3 p.m. Central Time is the very best time for any of us if we're going to do any kind of live streaming or any kind of events like that. So we picked Tuesdays and Thursdays starting in May. May 5th will be the first day. So it's 1 to 3 p.m. Central live streaming. We selected 8 Bold coaches that'll do the teaching of the 8 classes. It's all recorded. It'll be stored on Bold Pivot Facebook page. Then what we're going to do is on Wednesdays and Fridays, we're going to come back, and from 1 to 3, same time, we're going to have a coach's corner. And this is the opportunity, and it's optional, by the way, and it's the opportunity for anybody to call in on those 2 days for 2 hours, speak to an actual MAPS coach, really dive deep on the material that they've been learning the day before or 2 days before, and also the activities so that you can hit your goals. Then the third thing we've done is we put a Bold Pivot Facebook page together. We have over 8,000, I guess it's 8,700 on that page already.
Wow.
And so they have an opportunity to actually work with a Bold coach. Now we have a Bold coach present, 2 Bold coaches present Monday through Saturday from 8 to 8. And what we do there is we answer questions. We have shared videos already there. Extra content is there. The student material to download is going to be there. And the greatest thing about it is the ability to mastermind with fellow like-minded students from around the country. As I said, if you live in New York City, your struggles are way different than they are in Miami, Florida, or in Oklahoma City. So this gives you the opportunity to network with people from your own area.
Well, thank you. Because as a team leader, no, honestly, as a team leader, this is amazing leverage.
Yeah.
To be able to know that our agents are taken care of the whole month of May for 4 hours, 8 hours of the week, they'll be plugged into a network and then be able to keep those relationships, on. It's one of the best things about Bold is the network that you create. And now for it to be digital now, I know your numbers are probably going to go through the roof. What are you expecting? How many registrants are you looking for?
It's funny, you hear some regional directors talking about it and they're talking about 30,000 to 60,000. I set the goal maybe too low. I set the goal for 20,000 and we are on track to hit that 20,000. And so I will tell you this, the question comes up a lot, who should take Bold Pivot? This is the greatest opportunity that we've ever had, going from $799 to only $99. We're basically giving this away to help pay the Bold coaches a little money and for all this equipment and technology that all the Bold coaches are spending. As we shelter at home, this is a huge opportunity to get our agents back into production. Both of you have taken Bold several times, I know, and you've heard on graduation day, people say, I wish my husband would have taken this class. Or sometimes I wish my wife would have been here to take it. Well, this is the opportunity for you to get your wife, your husband, your son, your children, because of the mindset pieces. It's just going to be so important.
And Mary Beth too, I've heard him talk about this a lot. Don't forget the opportunity that you have here to invite agents from all companies, and not necessarily with recruiting in mind, but just to help them get through this period too. Our goal is to help all of our real estate community to make it through these challenging times. And this is a great opportunity, very inexpensive. They're opening it up to everyone, recruits and everyone.
Gary text messaged me last Saturday, and this is what he said to me, and I'll never forget these words. He said, right now, we're going to lead the industry by providing the best training at the lowest price possible. And here's what he said in his text message to me: service first, sales second is our mantra. Survive, then strive are the phases. Continue to be strong are our personal priorities. I just thought that was awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm with Gary.
Mary Beth, the other thing too that I've been hearing team leaders are going to do now, and John can explain this, the accountability is not quite the same, right?
Yeah, if you want to get your students, your agents to get the most out of it, you're going to have to partner with the Bold coaches. And this actually came from one of the team leaders. She says, well, if you've got 20,000 people on a call, how are you going to have the accountability? And if you don't have the accountability, will the numbers go up? We'll definitely be able to change their mindset, although there's not going to be fouls if they don't show up. And by the way, how do you check in 20,000 people, right?
Right.
So how's that all going to work? So one of the team leaders came up with this idea. They're going to break up. Let's say you got, let's say you had 50 people from your market center. And let's say those 50 people were going to be taking a Bold Pivot. The team leader is going to divide them up into groups of 10 per team. So you'd have 5 teams. And then the team leader is going to ask them to report the numbers to them. And then the team leader is going to have a 1-hour session after the 2-hour session to make sure everybody understands what the activities or the homework is going to be. And then the team leaders are going to be the partners with us to make sure the agents are following through.
I love it. So basically the team leader is becoming the team captain. And I've always believed that a great team captain makes sure that there's text messages going out to the group, has them on an email chain. And now with today, we can have our own private Zoom to follow up, because once again, it's great leverage for a team leader and a market center. So if you're able to do that for us, then we, we can rally the troops afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I think would be best practice for sure.
Absolutely. And John, you made some really great points there. Reasons or results, you can't have both, right?
That's right.
So, you either going to choose to stay in the business and on the out of this, you're going to thrive, or unfortunately, we are going to lose some. And we just hope that our message here today touched some people to maybe take a little step forward rather than kind of get comfortable. I did hear somebody say, comfortable is the killer of productivity.
Isn't that so
And
true?
and it's not time to be comfortable.
Now, John,
Yeah.
and I know do you guys have time for one more question, John?
Sure.
Who should take both? I've heard people say, oh, we just took it in January, or, we're going to be super busy come May, once this ends, because they have a crystal ball and know it's ending. But who should take it?
Anybody that wants to make more money, anybody that wants to perfect their presentation skills by doing listing presentations via the internet versus actually being in somebody's home, anybody that wants to do an open house. And I realize parts of the country, you can't do some of these things yet. However, by the second week of May, I really believe some parts of the country are going to start opening up, and then eventually more, and eventually more, and then eventually the whole country, right? So as it starts to unfold, you're still going to be doing this digital type of open house or client events or whatever it may be. If you want to be more efficient with working from home, like shelter at home market that we're in,
Right.
If you'd like to learn how to set up your home office to be more effective, if you'd like to take market share right now, because you've got so many companies out there basically told their agents, hey, just hang tight, stay in, stay safe. This is going to pass and we'll get back out there. Here's our opportunity, Keller Williams, to take market share right now. That's who should take bold.
So basically you're saying any realtor who has not been through a pandemic.
And by the way, it's not just Keller Williams agents. It's Keller Williams leaders. It's non-Keller Williams agents.
Vendors.
It's vendors. It's gosh, we've already gotten.
Vendors.
By the way, worldwide, Keller Williams worldwide, we have 145 people as of this morning signed up from all over. I mean, from London, from South Africa, from Vietnam, from Portugal, from Spain, from Mexico. The list just goes on and on. I mean, our people from worldwide, this is the first opportunity for them to take bold, and they're just starting to just pour into it.
Wow. Good point. Wow. That's a big perspective there, John. So actually this pivot that we're making, this mind shift that we've had to this recreation has actually been able to expand the program, and more people can take it because of this pandemic. So think about that, how we look at things and the things you look at change. This is really opening up an amazing opportunity for our industry. So thank you for being so passionate about bringing it to us.
Well, listen, thank you guys for inviting Holly and me. This was
Yeah.
really fun for us to do this together. So
Good.
thank you. We don't get this much time. Usually we got 10 minutes to do everything that you just did. We have 10 minutes to do it. So we talk a lot faster when that happens.
Well, Julie, anything you want to close with?
We so appreciate your time. Viewers, if you haven't done the second poll, please go ahead and make sure we get your numbers. We just want to see if who's on board. I know I am.
Yeah. So John, just while Julie's getting those numbers, how does somebody get signed up? What website could they go to? How can they register today?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So go to www.mapscoaching.com. That's Maps Coaching, M-A-P-S, coaching.com.
Mhm.
And right at the top of the website is going to be a banner, and it rotates. So if it's not quite there, just wait a second and it's going to come back. Click on the banner and it says Bold Pivot, register right here. And you can do that. Now, by the way, guys, please don't wait until May 5th because the coaching is already started as of 2 weeks ago on the Bold Pivot Facebook page. And we've uploaded all kinds of videos, all kinds of scripts, all kinds of text messages and stuff. And it's being manned by Bold coaches right now. So the coaching already started 2 weeks ago. So take advantage of that right away.
Awesome. And
I know this is a bold statement, but I do want to let anybody know that is watching, if you have a challenge of getting yourself into Bold at $99, please reach out to Julie or myself. We will make sure that there is a way that you will get into the Bold program. I am that committed to this program. I know that this is a solution to get you through these times. So reach out to Julie and I if you cannot get yourself there.
One quick thing, Holly just pointed out, I forgot to say it. When you go to register, guys, it's going to ask you, what is your market center number and what is your region? And we're having a lot of people not knowing their region or not knowing their market center. So if you guys want to tell your market centers, I know we have a lot of people on from different market centers. If you want to just tell yours in the region, that would be great.
We are with Region 27, New York Tri-State, and our market center is 1120. Now, if they're not part of a market center, do they just put NA?
If they're not part of a market center, like they're a guest and they would like to sign up, have them get in touch with you guys and let the leadership make the decision and help them get registered if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And for our viewers, both on our Facebook Live and here, the registration links are in the comments and in the chat. So you could just click on that, make it super easy and get registered. I think, I don't know about you, Mary Beth, but I'm really excited, and I'm excited to help agents change their lives and ours as well.
That's right.
Y'all are wonderful. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the live stream.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
will. Bye-bye.
Guys.
Bye, everybody.
Love ya. Mwah.